The Grand Theft Auto series has evolved dramatically over the past 20 years. Hi, I'm Adrian with the Leaderboard, and today we're going to cover GTA 4 versus GTA 5. Remember to subscribe and click the bell icon to become part of the notification squad. The vehicles. It's Grand Theft Auto, so we're going to begin with vehicles. Looking back at the series' history, GTA 4 feels like the beginning of the modern era of lootable vehicles. I mean, it is the HD universe, so technically it is the beginning of the modern era of lootable vehicles. The game introduced us to many classics, like the Frederator, which would come back around in GTA 5. GTA 4 took a lot of inspiration from GTA Vice City when it came to its lineup of vehicles, such as bringing in boats and fan favorites like helicopters. GTA 4 also had a shiny new game engine which allowed for some of the most realistic and fluid driving physics ever found in a GTA title at the time, bringing a unique sense of realism that hadn't really been felt before in previous titles. But most people said that the cars drove like boats. So in GTA 5, they had to refine the driving physics. Rockstar took notes from driving games, including its own Midnight Club Los Angeles, with improved handling, performance, and control, with less realism. To put it simply, the driving physics in GTA 5 are more racer style, and the driving physics in GTA 4 are slightly more realistic. Whereas the fourth installment felt like something of a successor to Vice City and GTA 3, GTA 5 borrowed heavily from the greatly improved upon many mechanics found in GTA San Andreas. They do take place in the same state after all. One such returning mount was the bicycle. You know, the motorcycle's engineless, more environmentally and health-friendly counterpart. Unlike the ones found in GTA San Andreas, these bicycles are flimsy and destructible. Bicycles are mainly utilized in GTA 5's new triathlon game modes. After being absent from GTA 4's Liberty City, GTA 5 saw the return of airplanes to the game's sandbox. With the inclusion of Trevor's airship, flying really became a vitally important part of the GTA 5 experience. There's so many vehicles in GTA 5 that there's no way we would have time to cover them during this video. But let's take a quick look at some of our favorites. The Bati 801RR, the Space Stalker, the Fixter, the Atomic Blimp, the Rocket Voltic, which, as the name suggests, is basically a Voltic with a rocket, and the Vigilante, which is basically the Batmobile, just to name a few. The weapons. What's stealing luxury sports cars without a trusty firearm? In GTA 4, they dropped specific gun models like AK-47 and M16 for more generic class-based titles like the Combat Pistol, Assault Rifle, and Micro SMG. Additionally, for the first time in GTA history, you could use counterattacks or a shot to the hands to disarm your opponents instead of killing them for their weapon. Taking a page from the playbooks of cover shooters, players could also take cover and aim appropriately during shootouts, meaning you have more of a real chance of survival through strategy rather than just using a Rambo-style run-and-gun approach, something critics especially welcomed with open arms. In GTA 4, dropped weapons had movement and could be shot away from an enemy or kicked by a neighboring NPC, and perhaps more importantly, GTA 4 eliminated an often parodied feature of the previous games by integrating weapon retrieval into gameplay graphics. No longer would guns magically appear in the player's hands, but were instead pulled from inside of a shirt or jacket. By GTA 5, we were given a hugely expanded range of weapons, about 80 in total if you include all of the GTA 5 single-player experience and GTA Online. That's more than 4 times the weapons that GTA 4 had to offer, which, in case you were wondering, was a measly 17. These include some pretty crazy options like the antique cavalry dagger, a bullpup rifle, and the Gussenberg sweeper. GTA 5 shooting mechanics are a huge improvement over GTA 4, and we have Max Payne 3 to thank. A lot of the changes to GTA 5 shooting mechanics are upgraded versions of those in Max Payne 3. GTA 5 allowed players more options by incorporating in-depth customization of this vast arsenal with a variety of add-on accessories, like scopes and suppressors. Additionally, GTA 5 deepened the player's pockets by introducing a revamped weapon wheel, which allowed players to carry multiple weapons of the same type. One can only guess what ammunition options GTA 6 will bring. The soundtrack and radio stations. One of the early writers for Grand Theft Auto commented that Sam Houser, co-founder and president of Rockstar Games, knew the right people in music and film to expand upon the game properly. When Sam took over the franchise starting with GTA 3, the soundtrack changed significantly, incorporating radios into vehicles featuring a diverse selection of stations that played licensed music of real-life music artists from a variety of genres. It even satirized talk radio shows like Fox News and TMZ, and tons of chuckle-worthy commercials to boot. But it wasn't until GTA 4 that the soundtrack really became an essential part of the game. In GTA 4, not only could you switch between a variety of radio stations, but the lead character, Nico, would even have opinions on them. Additionally, radio stations on GTA 4 were no longer a single audio file on loop, and instead songs would shuffle, making the soundtrack more vibrant and unique every time you played the game. Amusingly, up-to-date programs like Weasel News finally gave accurate information about the weather, time, and occasionally the lead character's actions. And because of the immense success of GTA 3 and its sequels, GTA 4 was able to attract a variety of major labels to license tracks from artists like Miles Davis, The Who, LCD Sound System, Kanye West, and many more. And while there are too many parody bits to talk about, we can't stop laughing at the Richard Bastian Show on WKTT, a parody of Rush Limbaugh voiced by SNL actor Jason Sudeikis. By GTA 5, every major artist under the sun was on the radio, from Kendrick Lamar and Johnny Cash to Danny McBride and Britney Spears, and you can transition through the 16 offered stations much more easily with the radio wheel, which looks just like the previously mentioned weapons wheel. For those who haven't played the games, it perfectly resembles an actual car tuner. However, due to the West Coast vibe, we barely touch the thing and just leave it on West Coast classics with DJ Pooh. Also, the PC version of GTA 5 introduced the Stealth Radio, which allowed the player to customize their own radio station that was broken up by DJ commentary and the usual fictional ads. Hopefully, this feature gets added to the console versions of the game because I really want that. Vendors and vending. Vendors were introduced in GTA San Andreas, but GTA 4 was the first major title to feature, drumroll please, stands selling hot dogs and hot nuts, just like New York. Fans of the series will remember classic restaurants like Burger Shot and Cluck and Bell, as well as some of the hot dog vendors yelling hilarious lines like, "Who wants to buy my wiener?" and "My sausage is the best." These stands and restaurants offered players a $5 snack to boost your health, and some unhappy minimum wage employees to annoy. Moreover, newspaper stands and vending machines in GTA 4 would sell spunk soda, which would heal a little less health but was also significantly cheaper at only $1 a pop. Get it? A pop? Some carts and restaurants like hot dog stands still appear in GTA 5 but can't be accessed. However, while you can no longer get your hands on a nice healthy Frankfurter, GTA 5 opened the doors to 24/7 convenience stores, which were completely inaccessible in GTA 4. 24/7s in GTA 5 have spunk soda vending machines like the newsstands of yesteryear, but they also feature a variety of newly introduced GTA products like Ego Chasers, P&Qs, and Meteorite candy bars. Should you get bored while perusing the aisles, you can rob the convenience store as part of an additional objective. In fact, if you decide to rob a store but spare the store owner, you can go back to the 24/7 later that day and the cashier will remember you, call the cops, and bolt out of the scene. Ah, just like real life. The graphics. GTA 4 was the game that brought about the franchise's HD era, and the first to be released on the 7th generation of consoles, the PS3 and Xbox 360. Sorry, Wii. The 4th numbered installment was the first game in the series to use the proprietary Rockstar Advanced Game Engine, or RAGE, which allowed for more realistic physical dynamics and aesthetic visuals. The engine came to define the look and feel of future Rockstar titles like Red Dead Redemption. GTA 4 also employed Euphoria software to smooth out some of the more complex physics and make motions more fluid and natural. GTA 5 refined and modified this package with its first release on the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. RAGE had been refitted for this game to include several new features, which served to increase the cinematic specificity of the graphics, like ambient occlusion shadows that occur when two objects make contact. Rockstar took these graphics to the next level with a secondary release for the 8th generation of consoles, the PS4 and Xbox One, but not the Wii U. The Wii brand could never really catch a break. These versions also led Rockstar to create a first-person perspective for the very first time in GTA history. The gameplay and story. With GTA 4, Rockstar revisited a favorite location from GTA 1 and 3, Liberty City, which is based on the real-life concrete jungle that never sleeps, New York City. However, they modeled the city with a more realistic approach to the series, abandoning the use of referencing famous movies in favor of more original storytelling. To achieve geographical accuracy, the GTA team even flew to New York City during development to do on-site research. Also, fun fact, completely off the script, I just wanted to say that they even kind of copied my church in the game. It was kind of cool because when I was first playing GTA 4, I was like, ooh, I wonder if I could find something, and I found it, and it was kind of amazing. They even had the schedule in there. It was kind of cool. GTA 4 also included the first use of a cell phone, which the player could use to access missions and call other NPCs, because Nico always wants to go bowling with his cousin Roman. Let's go bowling! Decisions suddenly became more important in GTA 4, as newly added story choices made the game's narrative, dialogue, and oral choices more complex, while not always changing the resulting outcomes. One of GTA 4's biggest innovations came in the form of an online multiplayer suite that became an Xbox Live favorite for years to come. 4 finally let us experience some recreational activities beyond the strip club by allowing us to go bowling, play pool, and even throw some darts, all of which are 10 times more enjoyable without Roman. Plus, who could forget the insanely addictive playable arcade game Cubed? While the game's mechanics are still around in GTA 5, they've been reduced to an unplayable Easter egg. GTA 5, on the other hand, provided us with the largest, most diverse map to date, with a revamped San Andreas, including newly added underwater regions. In fact, the map is bigger than GTA San Andreas, Red Dead Redemption, and GTA 4's maps combined. The revamped San Andreas much more accurately resembles the landscape and geography of Southern California than was present in GTA San Andreas. GTA 5 reinvented the wheel with its online multiplayer suite so massive that Rockstar treats it better than GTA 5 itself. They call it Grand Theft Auto Online. For the GTA Online of the 8th generation of consoles, Rockstar introduced the Rockstar Editor. As the name suggests, the tool is, surprise, an editor that allows players to create videos for sharing, giving users control over features like filters, camera placement, and music. They also have tons and tons of DLC for GTA Online, so yeah, still waiting on that single-player DLC for GTA 5, Rockstar. GTA 5 also increased the importance and frequency of moral decisions. It gave us an intricate set of minigames and activities, from the previously mentioned triathlons to skydiving, tennis, and golf. Golf in particular stands out, as it really could have been a standalone golfing game if it were released in, say, the mid-90s. The devotion to the recreation of these activities showcases how far GTA has come from being a game about stealing cars. And while GTA has continued to evolve to make the experience more lifelike and varied, the characters have had to evolve too. The characters. GTA 4 had a very distinctive and vocal protagonist, the famous Niko Bellic, a character that became cherished by both fans and critics alike. Niko's complex relationship with his family and girlfriend brought a serious cinematic tone to the Grand Theft Auto storyline. GTA 4 also broke a trend from previous entries in that it didn't feature any big Hollywood actors like San Andreas did with the voice talents of both Samuel L. Jackson and Ice-T. This was because after San Andreas, Rockstar made a conscious decision to reduce Hollywood names in order to promote realism of story over cameos. However, the quality of performance and performance capture technology in GTA 4 was more than cinematic. This time around, motion sensors could capture intricate facial expressions and hand gestures in actors' performances. In a first for the franchise, GTA 5 featured multiple protagonists. No, you lovely commenters, the totally arbitrary choice of character in the original GTA doesn't count. Michael, Trevor, and Franklin come from varied economic classes, unique moral perspectives, and extremely defined and differing personalities. GTA 5 also offered players an elaborate and often quotable narrative. And while Rockstars continued their tradition of not including big-name actors in GTA 5, it's nice to see old friends like Pete and Pete's Danny Tamborelli pop up on occasion as Michael's useless son, Jimmy. And no, it's not Jonah Hill. It's not. The controversy. The title Grand Theft Auto has become almost synonymous with the word controversy over the years. According to Guinness World Records, GTA is the most controversial game series of all time, with over 4,000 articles accusing the game of supporting violence, among other things. And yet, somehow, GTA keeps finding new ways of stirring the pot, but that's not why we love it so much. GTA 4 in particular was criticized for a novel feature, the ability to drive drunk. Mothers Against Drunk Driving, also known as MAD, criticized the advertised feature and requested the game to be classified for adults only before the game's release. While the eventual release did feature the infamous drunk driving ability, despite threats of a ban, it ended up being a crime to commit the act, and Niko would say things like,
"Oh, I'm wasted. Maybe I better not drive."
It was also really hard to drive, and it didn't offer any tangible benefits as far as goals or missions. Also, perhaps because of the controversy, you couldn't drive drunk in the GTA 4 DLCs, The Lost and the Damned, and The Ballad of Gay Tony. However, the option to drink and drive was reinstated in Grand Theft Auto 5, though no one seemed to care anymore. Instead, GTA 5 managed to receive a whole new batch of criticism for a scene involving torture. In a mission called By the Book, the player is required to participate in graphic acts of torture, including a tooth extraction with pliers and waterboarding. It was because of these scenes that GTA 5 was publicly condemned before its release by many organizations who assumed that Rockstar was condoning the act. However, some argue that if you play the game, you know that after the interrogation, Trevor goes on a rant about the ineffectiveness of torture as a means of procuring information, therefore showing that the game doesn't condone torture. Complete side note, I still remember going to GameStop like a week or two after I'd beaten GTA 5 to see this mother and son trying to buy GTA 5, and the guy at GameStop was like, "Ma'am, I have to warn you that there is one scene that involves torture," and you could see the look on the kid's face as the mom was just like refusing to buy the game after that. It was very sad because I totally still remember when San Andreas came out and I was still under the age of 17, so I couldn't buy it myself. The good news is, whatever you feel about all this criticism, GTA no longer has to fight to exist as it did in the early days. Back then, developers constantly had to convince publishers to continue funding the game. Now, Grand Theft Auto is easily one of the most critically and financially successful franchises of all time. With that being said, the series has basically become untouchable. Once again, I'm Adrian, and thanks for watching GTA 4 versus GTA 5. Do you prefer GTA 5 or GTA 4? Did we miss anything? Comment below and let us know. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon to become part of the notification squad. And if you like getting more from your games, keep it here to the Leaderboard, your home for video game facts.